Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
Okay. Knock on wood, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I checked with my insurance company.
Yeah, I was gonna
I am
say that.
covered.
Yeah. Start the meeting. All rise for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we'll move on to roll call. Let the roll call show. Are we recording?
Looks like the iPad's there, yeah.
Okay. Let the roll call show that Eric Strandberg and Sue Van Hooser are not present. And we'll move into reports, board member committee reports. Chad, start with you.
Agenda planning meeting, and then just came from finance.
All I had was finance today.
All right, I attended last night's high school redesign meeting, and tonight was finance.
I worked at the high school league speech meet, or the Princeton Tiger speech meet, and I just got invited to judge both days at the state high school meet.
Nice.
You're 36.
They trust you then.
Yeah, for 36 years they've been doing it. I don't know.
We should probably know by now, I guess.
You can't work it in.
Student council, Ellie.
Currently, we are planning the senior versus staff basketball game. So we're getting everyone rounded up for that.
All right. We'll move into superintendent report.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ellie and I just said that we're going to set a time to meet. As you recall, at our last meeting, we discussed I would get together with her and just discuss the role of the school board, and we'll just use the MSBA handouts to guide us through that. Sue asked me to connect with all of you to let you know about the C meeting at the Capitol, and I'm not sure if you guys have those dates or not. I can send those to you in an email. Have we sent board members to the Capitol on that day in the past? Are we aware of?
Yes.
At different times, yeah.
Okay. Well, I would just ask you to consider it, and if it's something that you might be able to swing, I would love to have you join us. It is actually on March 19th. So we would get you some information, and we would line up what legislators we were going to meet with, and then we would make it a day. Let's see. We have a big staff development day on Thursday that we're excited about. We're going to be spending our day on multi-tier systems of supports. It's one of our big focuses this year, just to try and have systems in place to meet the needs of every one of our students. Our students that are struggling in different areas, and plus our students that are advanced academically. So we got a great day set up this Thursday, and then we also have a staff development day on Friday. We'll also be discussing lots on our flexible learning day idea in terms of if we have future snow days or inclement weather days. It is our hope that if we can get through tomorrow without having one, and we get through Thursday and Friday with staff to spend more time with them on planning, that the idea would be then any future dates would be a flexible learning day, which would be a pilot, and then we would collect data to see if that's something that we want to do long term. So far, I'm really happy with the progress. Really haven't had any negative feedback up until this point, although I do anticipate there will be bumps in the road, and we'll report out to you as that happens. So with that, I'll end my remarks. Thank you.
I think that conversation is going on at the Capitol right now too, on flexible learning days. Well, if I remember, if I heard right anyway.
Yep, lots of conversations there. I think that there's it was about 2 years ago, the legislature passed law that said that school districts could use up to 5 of their days in an e-learning environment. I think there's now discussions about maybe increasing that. I'm not sure, so we'll see what happens there.
We have some people that actually have something planned and are doing it because one of our staff members mentioned that multi-days off of their webpage or however, they just communicated with their students, and when they came back, everybody had what was supposed to be done.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
working.
Yeah, and the, I think the reason why this is gonna, I think, go smoothly is that a lot of people have been doing it already, right? It's not really a new thing. So, thank you.
All right, before we move on to approve agenda, I noticed that citizen comments were not on here, and we have, are you here for any citizen comments at all? The three of you? Okay, then, all right, then we'll move on to approve agenda, and motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Deb Alm, seconded by Jim Tomsky. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Discuss and act on previous board meeting minutes. Last meeting and the meeting before that are listed there. Is there a motion to approve those two meeting minutes?
So moved.
For a second. Second. Motion was made by Howard, seconded by Chad. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Move on to consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion was made by Jim, seconded by Howard. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Move on to information. First reading of the policies, the summary of changes are there listed. I missed this meeting, so anything that needs to be pointed out?
Just a couple of things. One of the things, and because you missed it, is a number of these policies were sent to the people that were directly involved with the policies ahead of time, so they could look through and do any changes they needed. And like the ones that dealt with transportation, Dan Boche caught the fact, with controlled substances, vaping now was added, and the procedures for bus safety were adapted as procedures per building in their handbooks. Otherwise, it's pretty cut and dried. I do want to point out 709, the transportation one, talks about a safety committee that the board, you may want to look at who's part of it, because we do have, I believe it's Michelle, it's Jason, and it's the superintendent, and it says that the board may appoint other people. And we have a number of policies that are going to be coming back that refer to committee structure that needs to have some involvement. And as they come up, we'll talk about it.
All right. So that's the first reading. They'll come back for a second on our next meeting. Move into action items. Letter A, the revised budget. Is there a motion to accept the 2019 revised budget as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Deb, seconded by Chad. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll go by roll call, starting with Chad.
Yes.
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 Motion passes. Letter B, parameters for the 2019-2020 year. We've looked at these in the past. Is there a motion to accept the 2019-2020 estimated enrollment?
Second.
Motion was made by Jim Tomsky, second by Howard Valancourt. Is there any discussion?
I just want to make the comment on class size, because I appreciate the comments our superintendent made, that the class size thing has a major variable in the high school dealing with how kids enroll and what classes you want to keep. And you've heard me push for that for years, so I'm really glad we got to hear it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next one. C, is there a second reading of the policy to,
State percent
oh.
Yeah, we got it.
in class. There's two more motions.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I missed that one. State percent, is there a motion to accept the state
Yeah.
You
increase?
need to
We
pick
gotta
one.
pick one.
Oh, we gotta pick one. Okay, I think 2% is the recommendation. And Michelle, once again, the 2% is for you to produce
Yep.
the budget. Is there a motion to accept the state accept the state increase at 2%?
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Howard, seconded by Jim. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Class size guidelines. Is there a motion to approve the recommended class size ranges? Man, I can't talk tonight.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Howard, seconded by Jim. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Second reading of the policy regarding board member compensation. Motion to accept the second reading.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion made by Chad, seconded by Deb. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Letter D, pool HVAC bid. Nothing there.
Oh my gosh, there's nothing there.
Mm-mm.
Nothing new.
Oh, no.
I have a sheet. Let me pass it around.
Well, 4 of you
I got
have
one
it, 3 of you have it in front of you,
Give it to
and
the guys that don't.
sorry about that.
You need me to make copies?
We received 3 bids.
You need one?
Yeah, for some reason I must have left it on Ben's. Yes.
Everybody have it?
Yeah, I got Jason's. But
Okay.
Ellie and I are good.
Can you share with Jim?
Yep, he's got one.
All right, sorry about that. Princeton High School HVAC bid, we received 3 bids. From Brennan was one, Ebert and Bozer. Bids came in and we had a base bid of low bid was Brennan at $598,500. And then we did have an additional pool area painting that they could bid on, and that was $20,000. We are ICS recommends that we accept the Brennan bid, base bid as low bidder. They have verified that their numbers are solid and their alternate is good to go. So we didn't have a lot of bidders on this one, but we had enough.
You get a chance to look it over. All right, so I'll need a motion to approve the pool HVAC bid for Brennan Companies. Motion made by Chad Young, second by Jim. Any discussion? Hearing none. That doesn't have to be roll call, does it? Does it have to?
Yep.
Yeah, it does. We'll start over here.
Yes.
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 Motion is approved. All right, there are no additions to the agenda. The future meeting information is listed there. And I'll need a motion to close the board meeting for negotiation strategy to enter into a closed meeting.
I'll make the motion to close the open meeting and go into closed meeting or strategy negotiation.
All right, is there a second?
So second.
Motion made by Chad,